Hey, welcome back. Woodward Sports Network. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, and former Detroit Lion Bill Bentley, third-round pick in 2012. One of the fan favorites, played with this team until 2015. Back in Detroit tonight, going to be at the game. Bill, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Doing fantastic. It's so good to see you. When you came to Detroit, it was
different.
For sure it was different. For sure. The culture was different. But the ground was still there, right? So, yeah.
It's a different feeling now with this organization, is it not?
Yeah, it's a different feeling. They winning, so that's we're gonna start with that. That's rule number one. With the coaches and all that good organization. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I see better. We put in the work. We was grinding, but we just can't make it happen how these guys making it happen.
Bill, that 2014 team, that was a game that our good friend Tom Mazaway always looks back on, that 2014 team that you were a part of, and that was the closest thing to a Super Bowl team that the Lions had. When you think back to that era of Lions football, what do you remember about that 14 team specifically?
We was a tight knit. We was together. Good brotherhood. We had each other back, and we played well.
Shout out to my boy Bill. What's up, Hoagie?
What's up with it, Brady?
You know what time it is, man. You know we talked last year. It's good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Always.
My boy K. Mose.
Yes, sir. Kendrick Mosley. Yes, sir. Shout out to K. Mosley, Kendrick Mosley, Hogan, Florida.
100%. Yes, sir. School up the street, Western Michigan.
Yes,
so
sir. Western. Yeah. All that.
Before we jump into new one, what's going on new with you? I know you and your wife had a clothing line. I wanted to get in that too. Mm-hmm. But talking about 2014, there was a guy on the team named Calvin Johnson, Megatron. Everybody knows Megatron. He's going into the Pride of the Lions tonight. You're already first ballot Hall of Famer. UDB, you line up against Megatron. What was it like going against 81? What was it like the behind the scenes stuff? What was it like? Reality. Talk to me.
Scary as fuck. Reality. But
respect.
But as a man with pride, you got to get up there and you got to compete. You know what I'm saying? So you still gotta get up there and do your thing. So at the end of the day, when you first met him, it was kind of like, shit, it's Megatron, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, but, you know what I'm saying? Time roll on, it's like, shit, that's Megatron. I'm Bill Bentley, so shit, It is what it is. We gonna get it, you know what I'm saying? I got to compete with him. But it was an honor planning with this guy, going up against him, seeing how hard he worked, seeing how he was always number one at everything, how he'll hold the door from you if you freaking 5 feet away. So it was a pleasure being around him and seeing all the amazing things that he did, though.
By the way, shout out to Louisiana and the Raging Cajuns, 3-1, sitting there.
Just beat Wake Forest. You've seen that. ACC.
Shout out to that.
For sure.
I want to talk about your position and the guys now. Terrion Arnold, young cat out of Alabama, coming into the season. Like, what would be your advice to Terrion Arnold coming against this league in terms of can't really put your hands on anything? It's a little different in 2014. Now, you can't touch receivers at all. Right. What would be your advice to him? Because the boy he got that dog in him, kind of like yourself.
For sure. Man, experience is the best advice for anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? He going to learn. He going to grow. You know what I'm saying? At some point, he going to get that swagger. And when he get that, he going to take off. He a phenomenal kid. Like you even said that viral video he did about his mama. You know what I'm saying? Even things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it gonna follow him. You know what I'm saying? The good gonna come with all the good things that he do. So it's just it take time. You know what I'm saying? But when it happens, he gonna take off like a rocket.
Talking to former Lion Bill Bentley, and Bill, when Braylon said hello to you just a moment ago, I wasn't lost on it. He said, "What's up, Pahokee?" That's where you're from in Florida. Where you came from in Florida to get to where you got to in the league, and then more importantly to me, husband, father, business owner, that track is not a natural track.
Sure.
Can you just talk about that personal struggle, that fight, that will to not only succeed on the football field, but I think more importantly, the role model part of being a professional athlete to me is what you've done off of it.
Yes. First off, we're going to thank God for all the blessings.
Say less.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give him all the praises. And, man, shout out to my wife. Shit. She's phenomenal, bro. She a dog. She a go-getter. She different, my nigga. She got that grit, like Detroit say. She got that grit. Yeah. She want to be the best at whatever she does, and And that's what she do, you know what I'm saying? She blessed with so many talented skills, and she one-on-one, for sure that. And that's just it, for sure.
But to have that desire to do good, I'm sure a lot of your friends in Pahokee probably didn't go down that same path that you went down.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That too, though, man. Okay. That was a blessing too. But you know how it is, man. It's like only the strong survive, man. It's like it ain't no different from Pahokee, from where you from. You know what I'm saying? From where Braylon from. If you want it, you go get it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I ain't gonna say I was the best guy coming out of Polk. It was just some guys that made some mistakes that I wasn't willing to make. You get what I'm saying? So I was trying to put myself in different position, and the Lord was blessing me and putting me in different atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, around good people, and I was flourishing. You get what I'm saying? So, man, it was a blessing, and it did take hard work coming out of Polk. Only the strong survive. You know what I'm saying? If you make it out of there, you know, hey, man, you different.
Bill, what did you take from the league to a businessman now? Like what morals, what values, what tools did you use that got you to the league, that got you to the Lions, that got you drafted 3rd overall? Now have you as a successful businessman, an entrepreneur. What crossed over for you?
Not wanting to fail, right? Obviously, man, you get
you with the right guy in that case.
You get that call in the NFL when you can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that feeling again. And obviously in the business world, y'all know it's like shit. It ain't easy. I ain't sitting up acting like we the best business in the world. But you know what I'm saying? We get it done though. We get it done, and a lot of people fail though. So it's a blessing, bro. And we just work hard. We put our foot forward, and you know what I'm saying? And we just thank God, bro, for real.
Alive. Thank God.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwight. Glad to have you here today,
CJ.
buddy. Coming in the same day.
I was staying
For sure, because the things a lot you don't know about Dwight is, right, he came in as a 3rd round pick. That was a year that Aaron Berry got cut from the team for the gun charges. And Dwight comes in as a rookie, as you said, going up against Calvin Johnson first practice, not knowing the defense, being a complete rookie. But also, he had another friend on the team from Pahokee. Alfonso Smith is from Pahokee.
I play against Fine.
Janoris Jenkins, one of Bill's best friends, you know, that was drafted, you know,
shout
in the second round. 30
Shout out Rabbit.
Entertainment.
Fine put away for us.
If Dwight could even name probably 10 guys that made it in the league. But the facts of coming in the league and, you know, having a sore shoulder and making a pick in his first or second preseason game. And, you know, just tell him a little bit about your story of coming in as a 3rd round pick, Dwight, and coming to a new city and really never, you know, seeing the country from basically Pahokee to Lafayette, and that's pretty much it. Tell him a little bit about how life came full circle for you.
Wow.
We can even talk about his mom working very hard, growing up without his dad around, and him waiting home for his mom, who's working nonstop 6 days a week, and he's waiting for her to get home so he can have, you know, a Wendy's, 2 cheeseburgers and fries.
Incredible.
I mean, from chasing rabbits around to make extra money. He's very, very loyal, close to his friends, the people he grew up with. And obviously, I'm going to be very proud of him since I, you know, I'm around him and see him regularly down in South Florida all the time.
Yeah. So coming to Detroit, man, it was definitely an honor. It was a blessing. I had so much fun. It was at a high in life, right? It was different. The experiences, doing something that people thought that you could never do, right? But being that one that got chosen to do it and to perform, right? It was unbelievable, man. It took hard work. Took wanted to like listen, you know what I'm saying, wanted to learn from the guys that was already doing it. Obviously you can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't do it without that. Cause if you think you can come in and do it by yourself like that, it don't happen for you.
Nah.
Gunther Cunningham always say it'll chew you up and spit you out.
I'm sure you got some stories about that guy.
I was going to say, so why don't you tell them a little difference between coming in and working for Jim Schwartz and Gunther Cunningham and then going from them two to Coach Caldwell. Give us a little insight to how you were coached and how, you know, the team in the locker room was and the aggressiveness of coaching.
We're gone. Honestly, it was fucking straight old school, right? Just straight old school. It was good. We had some good players. Just wasn't updated enough, I think, to my understanding, to my experience. When Jim took over, we went #1 in red zone, and #1 in third down. So we competed. He put us in positions to perform, right? Jim was smart as shit. So he fucking put us in the position to make the plays, and we was making the plays, and we was having fun. And with Caldwell, just a different guy, brought everybody together as one, brought the atmosphere to a whole different level in the locker room, helped everybody accountable. Calling out the best guys, right, on film, let them know, like, we can't do this. We can't win like this. The good teams don't win like this, right? And y'all seen 2014 that we performed high. They performed very high.
So what he's basically saying is, not to interrupt you guys, this is your show.
To your network.
Gunther might have been the defensive coordinator by name, but actually with the second year that they went into that defense, Jim took back over the defense and was calling the plays into Tully's helmet. So the reason why Tully and Jim were so good, because Tully's very calm and chill. But you can hear stories from Tully telling you, the first 10 seconds, Jim's just cussing in his ear, tell Bill to do this, tell Fonzo to do this, or they're coming out of the damn game right now, blah, 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 blah. And Tully's just like, okay, but tell me the next play, So you go from someone that's just, a personality crazy to Coach Caldwell, who's much more calm and relaxed. But Gunn and Jim are pretty much the same personality, but Jim took over the defense.
I just think Caldwell brought like that championship mindset and atmosphere. He tried to, he tried to give us that feeling of like, taste this, you guys. Like this is what it tastes like. If you guys do this, this is the reward that come behind it, right? I think that's what was his kind of like his vision. And we did. We played good. We played well. Fucking, they went to Dallas and they should have won that game. That with Hatcher, with Pettigrew, that fucking.
He has Tom Mazaway, our buddy over here, has nightmares because they don't even start on that one.
But all the coaches was different. Everybody was different in their own ways. We all learned from them. I remember Jim, man, we was playing against Green Bay, right? We was playing against Green Bay, and some Green Bay was doing it. Jim Schwartz wanted me to go outside, and I'm like, man, fuck, man, that shit don't work. And Jim heard me fucking run over there. He's scrumming over there, scrumming. What the fuck you said? We don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And CJ Mosley come home and like, young boy, man, we don't talk. You can't do that around here, man. You guys get kicked off the team. And I'm like, oh man, like I'm sorry. I'm in my head. I'm like, I'm fucked, man. But that was a cool story about Jim. Yeah, CJ Mosley. That was my guy, man. That was a good guy.
Boo Ray. Yeah, Boo Ray, little tongue action.
Do you keep in touch with any of those guys still?
The D linemen, man. That's
anybody.
For sure. Yeah. I like keeping up in touch. All the guys keep in touch for sure. Some of the ones that was, what I'm saying, the ones you was cool with, you keep in touch with.
I ran into Steve Tulloch was in town promoting something for something the other day.
Steven.
He looks like he could still play.
Yeah.
He looks like he could still play. You look like you could suit up tonight and play.
Tell it to go. Tell it can do it. No shit, I'm done, man. I can't do it no more. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? The window closed, and you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
See, they don't understand, Bill. Like, we do this for aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like, what you see on the outside, it look good. On the inside, I ain't got nothing left. I got no post marks. I got no fade.
Yeah, you do.
I don't got 4 plays. I got none of that. All I have is 2 eyes to watch the game.
The desire ain't even there to do it no more. I'm hurt. Goddamn.
How much fun are you having with your kids?
My kid is my life, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? My kid is my everything. He's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I try to give him the experience that I ain't never had, and you know what I'm saying? That's
Dwight actually gets up every morning and takes his boy to school every single day of the week, 5 days a week. Picks him up from school every day of the week, 5 days a week. And is the most amazing father that I've ever been around. And I'm not saying that just because he's on air too.
Bill,
it's become his life. But before we go to that, Dwight, tell him what it was like from going from outside corner, playing outside corner all through high school, through college, and then your first year in the league, to then them being banged up on the outside because you're the most athletic and throwing you in the slot, and you really become an elite at a slot position until obviously an injury that,
Why you want to answer this question and when you hate for me to give you the answer to this, when you just love for me to be outside?
Because the people want to know, Dwight. I know, but the people want to know.
No, honestly though, man, it was so fun playing in the nickel. honestly, outside, it was different outside, right? It was you honestly to be on that island outside, honestly, like real shit. Like this for everybody that's watching and listening. On my soul, on that island is different. So y'all be criticizing them guys out there. One mistake, one critical mistake, yeah, it's gone. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? And you're on the sideline in front of a million people with your head down. So to be out there on that island, you got to be a different type of animal. You got to walk different. You got to talk different. You got to swag different. You got to just be different. And I was different. I had fun out there, but when I went to that inside, I just felt comfortable. I felt like I could hit. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like guys in the slot could not get open. I just felt like they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I was grimy in there, and I just felt like I was built for it. So, and I had fun. So that was my little, you know what I'm saying? 1-2 to the nickel from the corner.
So great to look back at some of these things and, you know, you really get some insight from a player such as yourself. You know, we can think we know what's going on, but when you watch the game, when you play the game and you see us criticizing guys on the outside with, you know, on an island by themselves, you're man. Like, dude, you go try to do it. You man. Know what I mean?
Yeah. We got a good friend in Keyshawn Nix, who maybe the top 3 slot in the whole league right now for the Packers. Yes. And then we know Amik, who's come here from Las Vegas and be our slot
Amik
here
Robertson?
in Detroit.
Yeah,
so,
like
you know, a lot of respect.
But Keyshawn Nix is best.
Yeah.
We talk about this a lot, and I talk about this with Braylon a lot, too. Just if Braylon would have gotten drafted by the New England Patriots that had Tom Brady at quarterback, he'd have had a much different career. You know what I mean? If you go to, not saying you didn't have a great career.
Hold on now.
this man got off. Yeah. Like what?
16 in 1 year.
Who's the best quarterback he ever played with? Mark Sanchez, Derek Anderson,
in college.
Yeah, in college. But what I'm saying is when you go to an organization, Bill, that does what you do great. Like if you play the inside, you know, the nickel your entire career. Maybe things work out differently. I think it's more important where you go than when you go. For instance, what franchise you go to is opposed to, oh, you're the number 3 pick. Well, good luck. You're going to Cleveland with no quarterback.
Man,
you feel that way, Dwight?
You can't really. I don't feel
because
that way. I just feel like you gotta like.
You just had more vets when you came into the league.
But that was just the apples I got. That was just the apples I got dealt, man. For real, it's kind of like you can't say that because it's like if you was somewhere else, maybe it wouldn't have panned out for you. Maybe you wouldn't have did the things you did. You get what I'm saying? So you can't really say that. I'm all about believing in what you did. The hands you were dealt, you made it happen, and shit, it is what it is.
Even if we talk about Darius Slay, became one of the best cornerbacks in the whole league. Jim benched him 6, 7, 8 times his rookie year and ripped him off the field to put him back in and became the most elite corner. So besides quarterback and having the brains, cornerback is the toughest position to play in the National Football League, I believe, Bray.
Don't say that, man. Braylon gonna get mad. Don't say that.
No, I'm not gonna get mad because at the end of the day, you know, what we do at full speed going ahead, you guys gotta do backwards. You guys gotta read the coverage, read us, read the hips, do the things, sink, break, get to the ball, and you got guys like myself can get up there. You guys, you get on the island sometimes and you're still expected to make the plays. So, look, I love my position. I think DB is a little bit harder than wide receiver, but I think they're both very underrated. I would say that though.
I think you guys made it very hard for undersized guys to be outside at cornerback without being in a certain system. Guys like Jennett, what was his name from Chicago, the cornerback, Tim Jennett. No, Jennett. What's 23? What his name was?
Tim Jennett back in the day was wild.
Peanut Tillman?
Not Peanut Tillman. The other small guy was on the other side of Peanut Tillman for a little grimy guy.
I don't know.
Little grimy guy.
Jennings or something like that. He was very good.
Jennings.
He was ready. I think it was Jennings, man. He was phenomenal.
Tim Jennings?
Tim Jennings. He was in that cover 2 system. But if he was man to man, I don't know if you could have made all the plays like he played. But in that cover 2 system with Chicago, he was fucking dominant.
You know, as I asked the question and I got your answer, like saying, the apples that you got were the apples that you got, it shouldn't surprise me, knowing who you are a little bit, that you're just going to play the hand that you're dealt and you're going to do it to the best of your ability. Coming to Detroit at a time, didn't have a lot of veterans and the coaching staff and a franchise that was up in arms and not a great culture. To do the best you can with what you got doesn't surprise me.
It was a blessing, man.
Yeah.
I don't take it for granted. I had fun. Shit, you miss it. You cry at night. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? When you're alone, it crumbles you like a cookie. But shit, at the end of the day, you just gotta.
What about Detroit fans? Detroit Lions fans? Because you were a fan favorite. People love you.
Really?
Yeah.
For sure?
Yes. For sure.
I like that.
Don't you feel it? Didn't you feel it?
Yeah. You can't, yeah. No,
How'd you love Detroit when you were here, Dwight? You loved Detroit when you were here? This became your second home?
Hell no, man. Detroit was terrible, boy. I ain't even know just bullshit, man. They finna sell me out. They about to be on that bitch like, what the fuck? Like, you was sorry anyways, motherfucker. You was sorry anyways. Kiss my ass, man. No, but for sure, though, no. Detroit was phenomenal, bro. Like y'all say, no matter if we went freaking 0-6, fucking to winning no games to losing some games, the games always packed from every stadium, from the Lions Stadium, commercial stadiums, hockey stadium. I done been everywhere. Detroit don't be like that, but everybody else, that shit packed. Always best fans in the house for sure.
It's awesome, man.
For sure.
Going to the game tonight?
Tonight? Yeah, I'm in there for sure.
What do you think of this team?
This year Lions?
Yep.
Oh, them boys like that. Yeah.
You think they have what it takes to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I think they got what it takes. They got the attitude. They got the good coaches. Them boys be in position. They got them 2 workhorses back there. They got the best O-line in the game. Y'all got Amon-Ra. J-Mo, I like J-Mo. I'm a fan of J-Mo. Hey, J-Mo, send your boy a jersey, man. I'm a fan of you, my boy. Y'all got J-Mo. Y'all got Laporta. He good, too. That tight end.
Oh, man.
He good. The defense good, too, though. The defense coming, though. Them boys gonna come right, man. Them boys, they young, but they coming along. And I like Carlton Davis. He a pretty good DB. I like him.
Think about all these flags that these refs throw on DBs these days.
I can't do nothing about that, man. You ain't finna make me get on here and talk about all that, man. What up? Next question, man. What's up, man?
Yeah,
man.
You're not gonna get fined.
I ain't got no.
That's a good thing.
Shit.
That's a good thing. No Roger Goodell over here.
Not gonna get fined.
Dwight, the ups and downs of football, being drafted and living the highs of the highs, performing in your second year, having your best year ever, third year coming in and ready to dominate the league, and then being devastated by a torn ACL, MCL, PCL. Took over a month for you to even have a surgery when you tried to have the surgery right away, and all of a sudden your dream's gone forever. Tell the fans a little bit about what it's like to go through that, even though your life has evolved and you're the happiest that I've ever seen you, and spending your days in your business and your child, and developing great things in your life. But the true devastation all these players go through, because at the end of the day, not many retire. The league tells you when they don't want you no more, and then you say, I'm retired. Give us a little bit of the insight of losing your dream that you worked so hard for.
Like I said earlier, it was very like cookie crumble-ish. It was fucking depressed, fucking just lost for real. Like, just didn't understand like what the fuck life was all about after football. Didn't understand like cars running around on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Life was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was just different to come around people. You had to like try to like get yourself back. You know what I'm saying? Like believe in yourself again. You know what I'm saying? Trying to like put on a certain persona when you ain't got no more. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of like doing things you ain't supposed to be doing, putting yourself in position that you don't supposed to be, trying to like impress people, right? But at the end of the day, you by yourself. When you by yourself, goddamn, just feel like nothing but thunderstorms and like you just by yourself and alone, and nobody understand what's really going on but you. But it hurt, man, because you can't do the things that you was able to do. Your dreams get taken away. Nobody really understands it. But nobody really care either though, right? And you can sit there and talk about it, but you know what I'm saying, the time don't stop moving for nobody.
Bill, would you say that's the probably the biggest thing that professional athletes are unprepared for is when it's over?
Facts. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Shit, man.
There's no plan for it. Especially like now, not to cut you off, Bill. Now there's a better plan for it. I think it's starting in college, NIL. They're teaching you about wealth management. They're teaching you the things. They're teaching you it's not forever. People are more concerned about the health of individuals. So cats are coming into the league and like, shoot, I got 7 years for him, then I'm going to do whatever. I got 8 years for him. Or look at Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald could have did this another 5 years. He said, I did everything I needed in 10. I'm good. I'm out the door. When we came out, like, I've been playing football since I was 6.
Yeah.
You know, then I played middle school, and then you play high school, and then you play college, and then you play in the NFL. There wasn't really time to think about something else. It wasn't time to dial into something else because this was plan A, this was plan B, and this is plan C. Right. So it hurts. It takes a while.
Right.
Whether it hits you right when it's over or whether it's a delay hit. Sometimes cats are good after they play. Like Jerome Bettis, you know, he retires, he goes off into the sunset and wins the Super Bowl last game. So you ride that high for a year or you ride that high for 2 years, and then you looking at a game and you looking at a DB and you like, man, you can't play like me. Mm-hmm. Or you looking at a receiver and I'm like, I know good way. Like I saw Kenny Golladay get paid. I missed the game all of a sudden. But like there was no plan regardless of you graduated school, et cetera, because this is all I've ever known. This is all I've ever thought about. And this is my identity. Like I didn't know how to separate Braylon from football. I didn't realize there was a separation from Braylon and football until years after. I retired, then I realized football was that vehicle to get Braylon to the next step. I'm still Braylon, so it's a thing, man.
If it went for my family,
same, and God.
And God, like, yeah, I thank God too. But it went for my wife and my child, I'd be fucking.
What about the things that you and Braylon may not speak of that you know in the dark? My head aches all the time. My hip that hurts. My knee when it rains. I can't move how I used to move. I may go through great days and then a depressed day. My head's hurting me. All the things that you guys don't really necessarily talk about because you're grown men, you're leading families, you're trying to, take life and be blessed with what it gives you. But in a lot of ways, whether it's you, whether it's Braylon, whether it's ex-players, what you're going through from all the injuries you've had. I mean, you've had a torn pec, you've had a ripped shoulder, another ripped shoulder. You've had 3 concussions. You've tore your ACL, your MCL, your PCL. Dealing with all that after the fact when it's 5 years later, 10 years later, and you're really dealing with the trauma of what you went through while you were in the league that you guys don't talk about enough because it's not sexy to talk about, I guess. It's, how'd you play? How was the team? How's your teammates? Glad to have you back, da-da-da-da-da. But what about the dark side of the game? Either one of you could answer this question.
I took over last time. You go ahead, Bill.
The dark side of the game. For real, bro, it's kind of like nobody don't really care, though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, nobody ain't really putting out nothing bad, right? So you ain't really kind of like broadcasting like that. Damn, my shoulder popping out of place, right? Damn, like I got bad headaches. I gotta like close all my doors in my house, and like I gotta like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch TV for a couple of days because it's like the sun and the light is like, you know what I'm saying, bothers me. And you still able to do life, but it's still times where it's like shit killing you dramatically, and nobody cares. Like you ain't got nobody to reach out to. You think they know what's going on in your life. They don't really know what's going on in your life. They assuming. You get what I'm saying? It's like you gotta live this shit day to day. You know what I'm saying? So that's my dark side of like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody, they ain't there for you. You know what I'm saying? You there for yourself going through those times by yourself. And it's 24 hours out the day. It's 7 days a week. It's 365 days a year. You get what I'm saying? So shit be long. You know what I'm saying? And shit do be dark for you, you know what I'm saying? And it feel like ain't nobody there to help you or understand what you're going through.
It's incredible, man.
Yeah, it is.
What you think, Bray?
Yeah, it is. I signed the dotted line.
Yep.
I signed the dotted line. And people I'm going to complain to is my fellow brothers like Bill that played the game. We understand. I'm complaining to my parents because they understand they've been there from jump.
Yep.
I signed the dotted line. Everything that came with it, I think of the negative side of it. But I think about the Bentley, I think about the R8, I think about the trips to Turks and Caicos and this and the diamonds, the jewels, the women, everything you've been around. That came with it too. So with that said, I signed that dotted line. I'm gonna complain to Bill. I'm gonna complain to Mom. I complain to the kids. Everybody else, look, y'all accept it for what it is, because they're not gonna listen anyway.
They gonna judge you, right? They gonna judge you for what they see. You know what I'm saying?
That's what, Bill. But you made money.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Exactly. Oh, you living good. Oh, you okay.
Right.
You this and that. Oh, you this and that. Yeah, but that shit don't mean nothing though. You know what I'm saying? That shit, I still gotta go home like you go home. I still take shit off and I still gotta lay down like you lay down. And we still gonna sleep for 7 hours the same. You feel what I'm saying?
It's incredible, man. That, like, you know, I covered the league, I covered the teams for a number of years, but I didn't know anybody really on a level like I know Braylon coming to work here every day for 3 years. You know what I mean? You just know when you're around somebody, well, as much as you could without experiencing it, just how hard it is sometimes to get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know, just the mindset of when a player's going through a contract dispute. Well, no, not just sign the contract. No, like there's things, my perspective, basically, it's a long way to get to. My perspective on what you guys go through currently, have gone through, and did go through is completely changed just because of the knowledge. So many people don't know what you guys go through. We can only imagine. We don't know. We only see the good. We don't see the bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's nice. It's a great education to sit here, and we thank you for sitting here with us.
Same.
And really giving our audience a background and information and knowledge of what some of the things that you guys go through. And to see how successful you are now, that brings joy to a lot of people. Right. That brings joy to a lot of people. And I want to thank you so much for sitting here and sharing some time with us and still cheering for the Lions, and you'll be in the building tonight.
Yes, I will be. 28-24 Lions.
Let's go.
He wants the over.
Right on the number. He wants the over. I was going to say.
Is that the over?
I was going to say.
Lions in the over, baby. Let's go.
I think it'll be over too.
St. Brown, let's go.
That's great.